What's up, guys? It's been a while. It was the holidays, and we're back. We're going to do a bit of a recap, kind of going over all the spoilers we did miss out on to help share with you guys. And then
basically
get to
this entire week.
Yeah. Doing all the way up to tonight's spoilers, but we're going to go over tonight's spoilers as well.
Yeah, so hopefully this video comes out not too long from now.
But if it's super long and you're seeing this intro, you'll understand why it's so long. It's pretty much the entire week pushed into one video. So, and on average, those are about 13, 15 minutes per video.
I obviously will go back to normal after this. Obviously, it's just because Christmas.
Yep.
And among other things. Mostly Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So we'll start with the darkness spoilers. So this was Sunday night. And so you want to start with this one?
I will. So we have Orpheus, the immortal player. 2 cost, 2 black, 6/5 zombie resonator.
Ooh, zombie.
He has pay a black and remove a resonator in your graveyard from the game and put a 2/2 darkness zombie resonator token in the field.
Okay. Is that good?
It's okay. I mean, you're removing some cards from graveyard, which is interesting because we looked at these spoilers and there's one coming up that kind of works with graveyard as well to pull resonators from graveyard. So,
yeah, it seems all right to me. I guess it's zombies, so there's probably other ways to cheat it out as well. So just having this as part of your bulk of your deck to throw in there, and then having this effect constantly, just being able to throw for basically 1 cost gain a 2/2 zombie could be pretty decent inside of a zombie deck.
Mm-hmm.
Also, oops, I like the art.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And Orpheus, he's back. He was a promo last time.
Yeah. March of the Dead, 1 cost champ. Put target resonator with total cost 2 or less from your graveyard into the field. Put up to 1 second target resonator with total cost 2 or less from graveyard into the field if this card was awakened with Awakening 2. And we're going to skip the flavor text up until tonight's the newest spoilers. So we're just not going to do that for these other ones. But so that one's really good, I think.
Yeah, I like this one. When I saw this, I was like, this is actually pretty awesome. This is really good. Like, if you can imagine, like, if you guys have watched our channel, I play Lucifer deck every now and then, and, like, Joan is in there. This would be, like, a great target for Joan. Just to tap 3, play it, and grab, like, 2 Joans that were in graveyard that, like, maybe call them destroyed because he thought they were a threat.
Do total of 5 cost. You pay 2 for Faith in Darkness, grab a Joan, and then do this for 2 Joans that were in your graveyard. So you got 3 on the field, and 1 with counters and swiftness and stuff.
In the field.
And it also goes good because Brunhild, which runs light, most common thing for that is to run light and dark. So throwing this inside of there to help keep reanimating those cards, which a lot of them are 2 costs and stuff like that, could also be splashed in there pretty easily because just generic 2 costs is not 2 costs zombie or darkness or anything like that. So I like that it has that sort of generic stuff. Also, I want to point out, I just saw this comment. Someone posted a picture of Uruk-hai from Lord of the Rings. It's like, looks like Freyla's back on the menu, boys.
If you guys don't know who Uruk-hai is in the comments, comment below, because I had no idea that's what that guy's name was.
No, it's not. That's the breed of orcs that Saruman made. He hybrided orcs with...
if you knew that.
Because there's orcs and goblins. Goblins are sort of in the caves and stuff like that, and he put them both together to create Uruk-hai, which are like the super strong, the strongest version of orcs on Hull. They were the ones in the 2
Your
towers.
nerd is showing right now.
I was just thinking about this the other day, how much I really want to rewatch Lord of the Rings.
I did too, but anyways,
best trilogy ever made.
Freyla is another good target for her Dark Elves.
Yeah, this will go great in Freyla. Next up.
Sowing Zombie. 3 costs, 2 black and a void, 4/4. Zombie. When this card is put into a graveyard from the field, put 2 200/200 darkness zombie resonator tokens into the field.
It's okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's not bad. The artwork reminds me of that zombie game. Remember that Zombie Apocalypse game? Is that what it's called?
I was going to say the design, I think, kind of reminded me of Stein from Soul Eater. Which makes sense, because he's based on Frankenstein. And I assume this is kind of Frankenstein-y, so...
Is that what that comment says? Stein agrees.
Nice. Oh, it's Odd Eyes Lumia who said that. Nice. So, yeah, it's okay. Next up, we have Power of Immortality. Interesting. I don't know what's going on there. It's a zombie, but... Okay. 2 cost, quick cast, Divinity 1. Chant/Rune. You may pay 1 Void Dust to play this card from the Rune area. Target Resonator gains +4 attack, and when this card is put in the graveyard from the field, put it into the field, rest it under its owner's control until end of turn. That's good. Yeah. That's great for a Rune deck. A 1 Divinity is great for Rune decks that just need... Because I have, like, for example, my Rune deck, I threw in a 1 Divinity card just to round it out, so I have that perfect 10 that I want. But it's not the best card to put in there. This, if you're running Darkness, this is like, if you have 1 extra Divinity, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And even to run in your main deck, a 2-drop that buffs it and blinks it, essentially. That's good. Especially if it has enter the field effects, like some of these might do. Like, you could put it on this one, so now he has 800 attack. He dies, he pops out 2 zombies, and then comes back in, and so if he dies again, he pops out 2 zombies. Not the best example, because it's not, you know, full effect, but just a quick example right here.
I'm digging it.
You dig it?
I dig it.
This is a invitation.
Promo. Yeah. Another promo.
And
another promo.
Another promo. All right.
Shamimi's Contemplation, which is a 2-cost green void chant. As you play this card, you may rest a recovered Mimi tribe you control. If you do, you pay for free, essentially. Target Resonator will gain +3/+3 until end of turn and draw a card.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
So, yeah, if you have a Chimimi in play...
Mimi tribe, yeah.
Sorry, I'm thinking Chimimi. If you have a Mimi tribe in play, you tap it, play this, +3/+3, and draw a card. Not bad.
Yeah, and especially if there's some, like, just populated Mimi tribes on your field that you don't necessarily need or swing with. Especially if I'm not too familiar with a lot of the Mimi tribes, but if there's a 1-drop Mimi tribe that's a 3/3, well, you get that 3/3 damage back, so you don't have to worry about missing out on damage, and you get to draw a card. And plus, what you're swinging in with could be more beneficial, especially if it's something that maybe you can recover or something like that. So that's pretty interesting.
I mean, even then, like, if it wasn't, and I know some of the Chimimi decks were running the Tengu, right? Flying barrier 12/12. Now it's 15/15.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, flying is a very good use of that. Next up, we got Mol, King of Rare Beasts. He's a 7-cost, 2,000 attack, 2,000 defense beast. Enter, destroy target non-magic stone entity with total cost 4 or less. Whenever this card attacks, other beasts you control gain 5/5 until end of turn. That's pretty good. 7 cost super high, but as someone pointed out, the last week's spoilers had a card, right? Or is it this week's?
I don't know. What is it?
The card that cheats it in when it dies?
Last week's green spoilers, yeah. The tea kettle?
Yeah. When it dies, you put a beast from your hand into the field.
Yeah.
So that cheats it in. That's a 3-cost card, I believe, the tea kettle.
Yeah.
So there is a way to cheat in, and I'm sure there's other ways to cheat it in.
Roderick pointed that out.
Oh, okay. Is this able to target J rulers? Is there a way to determine their cost, or does it just not? No. I feel like it'd just be easier for it to say non-J rulers, non-magic stone entity, but because I always find that kind of confusing. But I think that could be pretty cool.
I think it'd be pretty cool if, like, you chained it somehow. Like, this came into play, you hit the tea kettle, destroy it, put another one into play.
Oh, that'd be super cool. I like it, Oscar. I like it. That's thinking with portals. All right.
Bullet Ball Thunderclap. It's 1 green chant rune, Divinity 2 with quick cast. As additional cost to play this card, banish a resonator. I'm about to read that again. This card deals damage equal to the banished resonator's attack to target resonator. If this card was awakened, it deals that much damage to that target and to your opponent instead.
Okay, and the awakening is 3.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I guess it's not like cool, but it's pretty decent, and you could do cool combos. But if you have the extra will, like imagine doing that with that dude, doing 2,000 to something and 2,000 to your opponent's face if you awaken it. Could be pretty interesting because, I mean, for 4 costs to kill a resonator and deal 2,000 to your opponent would totally be worth it.
That monkey, dang.
Especially if you already swung with him. Imagine swinging with him and your opponent either didn't block or you could get through with it, and then you do that after it for the full 4,000, or killing someone with that one, and then killing someone else with this and doing 2,000 to their face. A lot of stuff.
Or if you like did the thing where you cheated the second one to play and that's now a 25 because it's other beasts. So the other beast is charging
Oh,
up 25.
so it's the passive buff.
Yeah. And then it says this deals damage equal to the banished resonator to target resonator. I know this is like Wander or even Epic Stories.
I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, hitting what's his name? I almost said Vlad, but it's not Vlad. Red dude.
The elemental.
No.
The one that says if you do damage to this, deal that to your opponent.
That's not an elemental though.
I thought it was.
No, he's from Battle for Ataractia.
He's a leaf.
No, he's a big dude, looks like Santa Claus. Everybody call him Santa. Buff Santa.
Keep going. I'm gonna.
Anyways, he gets hit and deals damage to, your opponent. He'll die, but I mean, I'm just saying about little combos here and there, like possibilities. That's the only reason why I pointed him out to begin with. Oh yeah, just look at every red card in existence, Colin.
No, I'm looking at every card in existence.
Why?
No, it's okay. I narrowed it a little bit, but it doesn't seem to help much.
I'm just seeing runes right now.
All right, it's fine. It's probably because what I typed it is like somehow in every card. I didn't realize it. But yeah, no, I was thinking of the card that when it ever you do damage to it, it does it to your opponent as well. And then you run this because it's a chant you run in your main deck, so you can just for 2 will go bunk bunk twice.
I know you're talking about the green leaf. It's a green one I read.
Yeah.
I was referring to.
Suck my dick. All right. Did you read this? Yeah. Magdalenica, the Ball Warrior. It's a 4-cost 12/12 Mimi tribe. Play this card only if you control a Mimi tribe. Oh, interesting. Enter. This card gains swiftness, precision, and cannot attack players until end of turn. Rest a recovered resonator you control. This card gains 2/2 until end of turn. That's pretty interesting. That's it. That's really, really strong. That's really strong, I feel like. A 4-drop 12/12 with swiftness, even if it can't attack your opponent right away, it has precision, so it can attack literally any resonator at once.
That's interesting.
And you can rest, and when it comes into your turn, you can rest resonators to buff it before your recovery phase.
Yeah. And
then rest them again and swing this guy in. And then Chimimi's Mimi tried passively, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so if you're just playing Chimimi, you just get to play this card. That seems kind of strong, but maybe not. Maybe the not being able to attack the player turn 1 kind of hurts it too much for it to be super good, but I feel like it's still super strong.
It's interesting.
But yeah.
He looked at me, man. It's weird. Shackles of Mist is a 2-cost chant, 1 blue and a void. Quick cast, rest target resonator. Rest up to 1 second target resonator if this card was awakened. Awakening is 2 blue and a void.
Alright, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, next. A Mermaid of the Misty Spring. We got a 2-cost 2/8 Mermaid. At the end of your turn, 4C1. So we were just talking about how we haven't seen 4C in a long time.
Yes.
There's only like 2 cards with it.
2, 1 white and 1 blue. And now this one, so it's the second blue card.
So it looks like it's leaning more into blue. And we got Mermaid support, which is
really
weird.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm digging. They look like different mermaids because their ears... The camera turned. The ears are the fin shapes, but I don't think they had that when we were going through them the first time.
Some of them had it, okay. I feel like. But, yeah, I wonder if this is Jeff's doing. Being like, guys, you got to just take one of the generic cards that would have been generic and just slap Mermaid onto it. Like, no reason not to. What else were they going to put on this? Loki minion, whatever Loki uses?
Oh, it was a fairy tale.
Yeah, they probably would have slapped Fairy Tale, which is... So I'm really glad they did Mermaid.
Yeah, I'm liking it. This one I'm liking. So this is... Was it Antorite?
Antorite, maybe?
The way you always try to pronounce certain things is funny. Antorite, Sealed God of the Riverbed, is a 3-cost, 3 blue, 9/7 mermaid. Other mermaid resonators you control gain +4, -2.
So this one's straight up mermaid support.
What would have been cool though, if just say other mermaids you control gain this, because then it would have hit Shayla as well. Help buff Shayla a little bit.
Nah, then Shayla would have almost been as good as a green card.
Anyways, I like it. I'm digging the artwork. Is this the one that's on the playmat, or is that a different card we still haven't seen yet?
It's a different one, because
okay.
I feel like there's more floofs on it.
I feel like it was bluer, but anyways, it's cool. 9/7.
Yeah.
And other mermaids gain the buff, so it won't minus her attack or defense, so it's pretty good. I like it. it makes me excited for Mermaids. But
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll be relevant enough to all of a sudden they gain this like momentum and start.
It at least reminds people Mermaids exist.
Yeah.
Next up, we got runes submerged beneath the misty spring. So that's just straight up like, hey, where's that? Oh, the runes, they're beneath the misty spring. They're submerged. It's just a location. It's just directions, this card. 1 cost edition Ancient Runes. Whenever you play a Water Resonator, put a mist counter on this card. Remove 2 mist counters from this card. Target Resonator gains barrier against chance until end of turn. I think this is super cool.
I think it's pretty cool too. Now, obviously, because we've seen a bunch of mermaid stuff, I was just thinking, oh, mermaids, mermaids. But somebody brought up a good point of running this in machine decks to help you gain barrier from chance. Because it's when you play a water resonator, and water resonators are machines, and then they'll be gaining barrier from chance to help them from like maybe either being destroyed or being like negged on their attacks and defense.
Yeah, and I like that it's a 1-drop, so you can put it down turn 1 and just sort of have it accumulating over time through the game. And people most likely aren't going to want to go out of their way to just try and destroy this. And if they do, you still come out on top because it's only a 1 cost. So at minimum, they're spending 1 cost to destroy it, if not more. So you still win.
Something I'm curious because this isn't the first time we've seen it, but ancient ruins in those parentheses. Like, I wonder what will play with this or what this means in the end because we haven't seen anything. They just shows up like that.
I wonder if maybe it'll end up being something like how they worked with Welser and his themes, where there'll be some sort of card or something like that edition that allows you to play ancient runes with any color or something like that.
Yeah, or if it just says a certain card comes into play, search for an ancient ruin.
Yeah,
that'd be neat.
All right, so is this the new spoilers?
These, yep.
All right.
So we have Zhuge Lang.
Here we go.
It's a 4 cost, 2 red, 2 void, 9/9. Resonator Human/Wanderer. So we go further Wanderer support. Enter. Search your deck for a card named Peng Tong. Reveal it and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Which Peng Tong was one of the starter deck cards. Resonator. Rune 4 on enter would mean you may put a card named Peng Tong from your hand into the field. Now I'm assuming you can resolve these in the order you want. So you can search them first, then put them into the field.
Yeah.
Rune 4 meaning you have 4 runes revealed. And then also Rune 4 is tap and banish another resonator. Cancel target chant spell.
Yeah, so this is super good. I really like this.
I do too.
One, I like this new character. She's in a couple of these other spoilers as well. But I just and she's a Wanderer as well, which is super awesome for Wanderer format also. But it's just a lot of good stuff. Being able to potentially search your deck for a card, put said card into the field, and then also tap her to cancel spells inside of a red deck. I think that's super, super awesome. And only for 4 costs is pretty decent overall. I really like it.
I like it too. It's really good.
Flavor?
Oh, we're doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going to do the white ones.
I asked if these are the newest ones.
No, it's white. Tiny's white.
So why'd you say yeah? You guys, it's on video now. You see what happens. I'm like, are these the newest ones? Yeah. Okay.
You know
and
what?
So now
I was like, these are newer ones. That's my thought.
All right. And see, or I say she's in these other ones. This could potentially be like new waifu material here. All under heaven shall perish. A 4 cost, divinity 2 chant/rune. You pay 1 red more to play this card from a rune area. This card deals 500 damage to each resonator your opponent controls. If your life is 1,000 or less, it deals 1,000 damage instead.
It's okay.
Yeah, because in your rune area, that's a 5 cost, so that's irrelevant pretty much. But it could be kind of decent because it's a 4 cost. Being able to do a field, because if you think about it, Flame King Shout was a 3 cost that dealt 500 to the field. So for 1 will more, you're doing the same thing, but potentially if you're losing or behind with 1,000 or less life, you're doing 1,000 to the field. I still think that's pretty decent.
I like what Victor Harris said right there.
He said there's a green rune that deals 400 to everything for 1 will. Fire, which is the damage color, now gets the upgraded 500 damage for only 4 more will. Yeah, okay, that's a good... Yeah, in perspective of that... See, here's a theme, Victor. You're taking into account green cards, which you shouldn't do. You should... I don't know why you're playing the game with green cards. You should play by house rules where no one can play green cards.
Take it as your next GP, Victor. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, that's a super good point. Yeah, no, I'm sad.
Yeah.
All right.
Sima Hui? The Crafty Tactician. He's a 4 cost, 1 red, 3 void, 8/9 human. Enter. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may play a fire card with total cost 1 from among them without paying its cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in random order.
This is pretty bad, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay, next. This kind of reminds me of Arrival of the Hero, the artwork. I want to know,
does.
Is this the same artist? Because this, how they do the streaks and stuff is like a very similar art process, I feel like.
I'll grab this while you read that card. You read that one.
Alright, 3 Kingdoms Partition Plan, 5 cost Divinity 2 chant / Master Rune. You pay 3 void less to play this card if your J ruler is Fuji. Separate all resonators your opponent controls into 3 piles. Your opponent chooses 1 pile and banishes the rest. Oh!
Yeah.
Okay. It's better than I thought, actually. I misread it the first time. So originally I thought this was a worse version of Arthur's Rune. But it's actually a better version of Arthur's Master Rune, because Arthur's Master Rune...
Holy crap, it is the same card. And it's the same artist. Oh my gosh.
It is the same artist?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, oh, I love streaks. You know how you like can take the paint and go...
And in
like
that same pose in the middle of the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I found this, I think this card's pretty good too.
It's super
good.
I
initially wasn't digging it. I was like, yeah, it's a worse version of the Master Rune for Arthur, right? But then the part where Joey came in and reminded us, and I forgot. This is a chant.
I remind you.
Oh, was it you? I thought it was Joey. Okay. This is a chant. Yeah, it was. Joey realized with me. This is a chant Master Rune. So if you're saying playing Fuji, you can still run his original Master Rune and this in your deck as a 4 of. That's something that we asked Jeff. He did confirm it. So it'll be 4 in your main deck as a chant that gets that what's it called? Cost decrease. So you're paying 2 red to do that ability. Like you can do it up to 4 times. I thought it was pretty great.
Yeah, so for a 2 cost to do that, but also even if you put it in your rune deck as a Master Rune, it's better than Arthur's Rune, because Arthur's Rune 3 costs separate into 2 piles, and your opponent banishes half of the pile. This one is 2 costs, so 1 less. Your opponent banishes in 3 piles, and they banish 2 of those piles. I thought they only banished 1 of the piles.
Oh, that's a 2. They didn't.
It's 2 of the piles, so they're actually getting rid of more cards than Arthur. So now I thought they were originally flipping off Fuji, but now they're officially flipping off Arthur, especially with some of the other spoilers for him. Yeah. They hate him as a ruler. But they hate his ruler.
This hits resonators. Arthur's hits all cards.
Just additions is the extra thing it hits, but that's I would personally choose this 1 void less and hit more cards potentially and sacrifice additions and put this in my main deck. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I agree. I might head and change it now.
I also want to clarify something. Like you could run 4 in the main deck. Wow, that was pretty cool looking. I'm reading that next card. So you can run 4 of it, but if you ran 1 in the Master in the Rune deck, that's now 3 in the main deck. Just you can't do 4 and then 1. It's still the rule of 4.
All right, go ahead. These are the new spoilers.
We're here. Musician of the Moon.
Oh, this is pretty.
Where rabbits are back. 1 cost
those
white.
Are just flopping.
3/3. What's flopping?
Her top of her shirt. There's nothing holding that down. They're just the cloth.
Interesting. Resonator Were Rabbit. Rune 3. Enter. Draw a card. I like this, especially for white. I know I did a Brunhild deck and I played with it a little bit. She has a lot of easy flip runes, so I think Rune 3 is a very easy thing to get to. So
there's a straight up better version of this, though, isn't there?
What?
I thought there is already a 1-drop white that draws a card.
There was a historical from the historical decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was a 2/2, 1 cost, draw a card, or you could have checked your top cards for historical. No, she came in, you reveal historicals and put 1/1/1 counters, or draw a card.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, this is also in Cluster. We played Cluster.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I like this. This is pretty neat. It's pretty cool. And she's playing the violin. I don't know. Some part of that reminds me of Sheehan.
But the problem is the Rune 3 is she's a 1-drop 3/3. She's meant to be an early game to help you ramp, and you can't ramp with Rune 3. So it's a weird thing where you're like, the Rune 3 means you play her mid game, but everything else about her says you play her early game. So it's a weird thing, and you can't like go back and get that Rune 3 after you've played her turn 1 or something like that. So unless you have 3 runes that are free cost or close to free cost that you can get out by turn 2, I don't know, but we'll see. Next we got March Hare of Valhalla.
Oh, it was the hair?
Oh, did you read the... flavor.
Oh, we're born with these large ears to enjoy music. I don't wish to lose this way of life. Adam Seekert.
Friggin' retcon. That's not why they have large ears.
Also, the March Hare. That's who was the next one.
Okay.
That's who was at the table. In the
Yeah. So he's a 2-cost 6/6 Fairy Tale / Were Rabbit. That's cool. He's both. Rune 2, he gains Drain, and Rune 4, he gains 3/3. So if you have 4 runes revealed, he's a 2-drop 9/9 with Drain, which is not too shabby at all.
That's actually pretty good, yeah. Also, Drain we haven't seen quite a bit, I feel, right?
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Drain too much in the new cluster.
Maybe 1 or 2 cards, so it's pretty neat to see Drain back.
Yeah. Flavor is, who? Alice, the otherworldly visitor.
That's some artwork.
It is artwork.
The Battle of the Sun and Moon. It's a 5-cost, 2 white, 3 void, Divinity 2 rune, Chant rune. Quick cast. You pay 1 white more. Joey messes up on that bad. You pay 1 white more to play this card from a rune area. Recover 2 target Resonators. They gain +2/+4 until end of turn. That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. It'll be good in limited format. Yeah, the cost is just so high, but I could probably see someone throwing like 1 of the 2 of these in their deck maybe to see how it runs.
5 just to see how it runs? No.
It's a game ender for sure. You have to end the game with it, otherwise you just yeah. Lastly, Spirit of Moonlit Nights. It's a 1-drop 2/2 spirit with flying, and this card cannot be attacked. Now that's a 1-drop. That's a 1-drop.
That's okay. It should have been a fairy.
It's a spirit too. Yeah, why isn't it a fairy? Wait, that's straight up a fairy. That's a fairy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you had to get that spirit support because they look like they're doing spirits, and then they're like, "What if we stop printing spirits?" Even though we printed like cards that depend on spirits. That was a weird time.
Yeah.
But okay, at least we got spirit support.
Yeah.
But that's a good 1-drop with flying and cannot be attacked. It's a good blocker for late because it's flying. It's still relevant throughout the game, just as a blocker, if nothing else. So I like it.
It's pretty good.
You didn't read this flavor.
Good heavens, we've got quite the visitors today. Adam Seekert.
The moon of lunar heaven illuminated the ground as if trying to tell something to the visitor. Okay, those were lame. So yeah, that's this entire week's spoilers.
Yeah, we did it. Look at that. Under 30 minutes, guys. That was pretty good. Joey wasn't here, so that's probably
Oh, yeah, that's probably why.
He'll be here next week.
Oh, will he?
No, he won't.
Joey,
Wait.
like...
What's today?
It's right there, Oscar.
He'll be here like Monday or Tuesday. He'll be back for later in the week. But anyways.
He's not back till like the 3rd, I thought.
No, he's back before that.
Yeah, but he's going to be like, but I'm so tired from being on vacation for like 2 weeks, guys. I need a rest.
In Hawaii at the...
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Everyone give Joey a hard time for trying to take a break.
Hashtag blame Joey in the comments below. And we'll see you guys for next week's spoilers. Oh, we've seen 2 Master Runes. We're supposed to get 5, so it's 3 more we're waiting for.
Cool.
Bye.